Hey, what's good with the YouTube, man? It's your boy Rojo. This is the Rojo Room, man. And today we're going to talk a little bit about kind of technology, man, about forensics and things like that, man. Hey, listen to this, man. Man convicted in 1980 cold case murder of 14-year-old Antioch girl. Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office announced it has secured a first-degree murder conviction with special circumstances against 67-year-old Mitchell Bacon for the 1980 murder of a 14-year-old girl. On Tuesday, a Contra Costa jury convicted the Antioch resident for the murder of 14-year-old Suzanne Bombardier. Bacon, who was 27 at the time, was an early suspect in the initial murder investigation. The case went cold until 2017 when Bacon was identified as the perpetrator through a biological sample matched to his DNA. Justice did not come swiftly for the Bombardier family, said District Attorney Diane Becton. With the perseverance of Antioch detectives and scientific advancement, the successful prosecution of Mitchell Bacon brings closure to this 37-year-old mystery. On June 21st, 1980, Bombardier disappeared from her sister's apartment where she was babysitting her younger cousins. A week later, her body was recovered from the San Joaquin River, along with evidence of an assault of deviant nature. The cause of death was determined to be a single stab wound to the chest. Prior to the murder of Bombardier, Bacon had previously been convicted in 1974 of a four-letter word that starts with R and other felony offenses in Mountain View. He was on parole for those offenses at the time of Bombardier's murder. In 1981, Bacon was convicted following deviant assault related felonies for which he was sentenced to 24 years in state prison. The 37-year-old murder of Bombardier was the oldest open homicide on record in Antioch, according to the Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office. Bacon was convicted of first-degree murder, along with special circumstances for the commission of the murder during the course of burglary, kidnapping, and a four-letter word that starts with R. He will be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Now, I bring this case up because, man, look at this, man. You're in the game, you're doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you might change your life. You might get a family. Start your own family. Put that part of your evil, criminal, whatever lifestyle in the past. Might get you a good career, be a homeowner. Things can come back to haunt you, man. And me and Flocko have discussed this on a lot of occasions, man, where, bro, man, the technology they have, it's hard to win these days, man, with cameras, forensics. Man, I heard, man, you know what I heard? Okay, you know how your fingerprints don't come onto some things, there's some substances that your fingerprints they can't get a read on them off of. Man, they got things now called trace DNA, man, where you'll leave a microscopic skin follicle on something you touch, and that's enough to get a complete genetic profile out of it. So basically what I'm saying is, man, be careful, man. Do the right things in life, and you won't have to worry about something from 40 years old, 30 years old, come to bite you in the butt. And I'm not talking about these kind of cases where this is a sick individual, you know what I mean? And he should get capital punishment for it. But like we've talked about as well, it doesn't matter in California because they don't utilize it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if you're doing the right thing, you're going to school, you're trying to learn a trade, you're trying to start your own business, you're not out there involved in gangs and doing stuff that could come back and bite you in the butt, man. Especially on these cases, man, they didn't give up. This is from 1980, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't give up after, man, that's a long time. That's 42 years, bro. You know what I mean? So just something to think about, man. And the technology is only going to get more and more advanced. And there's kind of a plateau of what you can get away with criminally already. The technology hasn't reached its plateau yet. So It's something to think about, man. If you ain't, it's never too late, bro. You know what I'm saying? To try to do the right thing, but be careful, man, because hey, they could pull. Hey, you think you wiped, man? The little ridges on the back of projectiles. Right where the primer pin strikes. Man, you touch those and you wipe them down for prints, you might still leave a follicle of skin that might get stuck in there. And when the cartridges eject, that could you might as well just sign your name and take a picture of yourself and put it on there. That's how good it's getting nowadays. So, man, it's better to just do the right thing, get a job, be a normal person. You know what I mean? If you got to hustle to make ends meet, I get it. I understand. We all been there. I don't advocate to do that. Sometimes times are tough and you got to do what you got to do to provide for your family. But man, that violence, man, the violence isn't where it's at. It's your boy Rojo. This is the Rojo Room. And that was just an interesting story I wanted to share with you guys. But hey, congratulations for getting that fool. He don't deserve to be anywhere around anybody except other people like him. I'm out.